Salut tout le monde, bienvenue dans cette nouvelle vidéo. Aujourd'hui nous nous retrouvons sur une map Minecraft, ouais encore évidemment, mais sur... Ok, mais sur une map qui s'appelle Droppers of Horror, qui est sur Minecraft Bedrock. Voilà, c'est la première fois que je fais une map sur Minecraft Bedrock, franchement. Ça va me changer la vie, hein. Voilà, allons-y.
Hello and welcome to my newly renovated theatre, the Dropper of Horrors. We have many delights in store for you, including our revolutionary 3D technology. Watching films is a thing of the past. Falling through them at a deathly breakneck speed, however, that is the future. Pick a film. All 3 acts are in the same hallway. Pick your act, then make your drop. Be careful though. It's a long way down.
Oh, 9 drops, ok. Qu'est-ce qu'il dit? Attends, qu'est-ce qu'il dit là? Follow the act sequence to finish, ok.
Hi, do you want to play hide and seek? If you win, I'll give you a prize. I hide in the theater sometimes. They're awfully cozy. Am I here? Am I there? Come see. Come find me. And we can play. Forever and ever.
Ah bah acte 1, ok, il y a 1, il y a 2, il y a 3, ok, bon, on va par là. The Howling Forest. Ok, ah c'est les autres maps ça en fait. Ah ouais d'accord. Begin narration.
The Howling Forest. When little Timmy and Ben asked their parents if they could go camping, they said no. There's wolves out there, it's too dangerous, his mother said. We'll take a trip somewhere else next summer. But little Timmy and Ben didn't listen, and they didn't want to wait. That night they climbed down the dark steps to the cellar and packed their camping kit. Sleeping bags, lights, snacks, and most importantly, marshmallows. They snuck out into the forest, going deeper and deeper into the woods until they found their spot. In between trees, shielded from the wind, a level ground, and no parents. Timmy and Ben quickly built a fire and got out their roasting sticks. The marshmallows softly sizzled over the embers of their fire, and their laughter rang out through the trees. Their parents would never find out, they giggled. Oh, but they did. Only 2 days later, when they found a ruined campsite.
D'accord, il y a une petite histoire. Bah, je sais pas si je vais faire toute la map d'un coup d'ailleurs. Ok. Oh non mais... Non mais c'était facile, attends, tu t'en... En fait, faut que je me mette en F1, sinon on voit rien en fait. Ok. Je suppose qu'on va au suivant. Howling Forest, acte 2. Ok. Hop, on va mettre ça là. Je sais plus, mince, je sais pas. Hop.
Timmy and Ben had gorged themselves on candy and chocolate. Their tummies were bloated and all they could do was lie on their backs. I think I ate too many marshmallows, Ben said. Me too, Timmy said. Ben clutched his belly. I think I need to take a tinkle, and he wandered off into the woods. The first 10 minutes Ben was gone, Timmy wasn't worried. But after 30 minutes passed, Timmy was trembling in his shoes. Where was Ben? Why hadn't he come back? Ben? He called out, but there was no answer. The wind whistled between the gaps of the trees, and everything seemed sinister. But little Timmy was brave. Maybe Ben had just fallen asleep. Timmy stood up, took his light, and tried to track Ben's footsteps from the camp. First, they led to a tree, but then there were more tracks, and they weren't just footprints. A large, wide press, like a sledge, had been dragged across the forest floor. Ben must have found something big and dragged it somewhere. He was probably trying to hide it from Timmy. He always did annoying things like that. He never wanted to share. Timmy followed the tracks until they led to an old spelunking cave. The iron grates in front of the cave had rusted and bent. Loose cobwebs hung on the bars, fluttering gently as cold air flowed out of the cave. Timmy hated spiders, but this is where Ben went, so that is where he must go. Besides, little Timmy had a light, and little Timmy was brave.
Waouh! Non, tu avances avec ça. Bon, on y va, hein. Oh, d'accord, faut faire ça. Ok, là on tombe dans l'eau. Wow. J'avais oublié à quel point les maps sur Windows, sur Bedrock Edition pouvaient être plus encore plus passionnantes que sur Java, quoi. Acte 3. Je vais le prendre à la place.
Inside the cave, spiders scuttled away from Timmy's light, crawling into small cracks. The larger ones stayed their ground, eyeing little Timmy as if to dare him to break their web. But he didn't. Timmy crept and squeezed past any gap that he could. Ben was down there somewhere. A bat squeaked and flew out of the cave as Timmy approached, and he yelled out in surprise. After he realized, Timmy laughed at his foolishness. It was just a bat, not scary at all. Just then, he heard soft footsteps approaching him from the other side of the cave. Ben? He called out, but no answer. Ben, if that's you, stop it, it's not funny. The footsteps stopped. Ben? Little Timmy raised the light above his head, peering into the darkness, but he couldn't see anything. He walked further into the cave, every muscle tensing in his body, willing him to turn back. But little Timmy was brave. He wouldn't run from footsteps. Just then, Timmy saw a dark figure move in the shadows. Ben? He called out, but it wasn't Ben. The dark figure leapt at Timmy, and the last thing he saw was the dark yellow eyes and sharp white teeth of a shaggy grey wolf.
Waouh, mon dieu, il s'est fait dévorer par un loup, quoi. Oh god! Je me suis écrasé. Oh, il est compliqué celui-là! Mon dieu. The Howling Forest 4. Oh, d'accord. Alors, je suis perdu, je suis là, ok.
2 days of rain followed little Timmy and Ben's camping trip, clearing away their tracks. But their parents still searched for them. A whole search party scoured the forest, but it was only on the second day that they found Timmy and Ben's campsite. The tents were torn and shredded. The food they hadn't eaten scattered across the floor, soggy marshmallows and sandwiches left by a fire that had long since fizzled out. They never found Timmy or Ben. The only thing left was Ben's coat, caught on the prickly branches of a pine tree.
Ouais, donc en fait, je pense qu'ils sont morts en fait. Mais monte. C'est parti. Et voilà, on a fini l'acte 1. Et je sais pas combien de temps on est parce que j'ai pas mis le timer. Et ben vous savez quoi, je crois que je vais faire par acte en fait. Oh, c'est bon. Là c'est l'acte 2. Là c'est l'histoire 2. Voilà, donc je vais faire par histoire. Donc écoutez, j'espère que vous aurez aimé cette première partie. Moi, n'hésitez pas à mettre un like et me dire ce que vous en pensez de ce dropper. C'est un dropper très particulier franchement. Waouh, je suis impressionné. Et puis on se retrouve pour une prochaine vidéo. Allez, au revoir.